Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in HILCHOS Shabbos, and we are in the chapter of Erev Shabbos, the pleasure and the delights that a person must enjoy on Shabbos itself. And he writes the following: Michlal Kavod Shabbos, Erev Shabbos, included in the category of honoring and enjoying the Shabbos, Lechol Sudasa Be'erev L'Te'avon. You need to eat the meal on Friday night, L'Te'avon, with a zest. You have to be hungry for that meal. Al kain therefore noigin shelo lahaschel echol suda be'erev Shabbos samach l'Shabbos. Therefore, a person should not eat a whole seuda, washing their hands and having bread on Erev Shabbos, Friday afternoon, close to Shabbos itself. Because if you do, you're going to get full. Kedei lechol suda Shabbos be'erev l'te'avon. And really, we have to eat the meal on Friday night, l'te'avon. We have to be hungry, desiring it, looking forward to it. And if you eat too much on Erev Shabbos, you'll be full by the time you sit down for the meal. What does it mean, close to Shabbos? After 9 halachic hours, he writes. So that would be, for example, let's say that the day begins at 6 o'clock in the morning. So 9 hours later is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 in the afternoon already. 2, 3 in the afternoon already is no longer time for a person to wash their hands, especially in these short months that we're in right now. Erev Shabbos finishes at 4:30. You have to be very careful not to eat too much. Otherwise, you're going to ruin the meal at night. Nevertheless, you're allowed to eat a little bit of bread, and so too some mezainis, some cookies, cake, and fruits. Even after this time, we assume that you're not going to fill yourself up completely. Now, if you began eating the meal when it was a permissible time, before the 9 hours, that means you washed and you're eating bread. You started eating before this time. Again, you can even finish the meal after that. So you can extend your Suda that you started before 9 hours, even after 9 hours. It's understood, a person should not eat the Shabbos meal before Shabbos actually begins. Unless a person is sick, and they can't really eat at night. If that would be the case, then a person should ask their Rav, what should they do in that particular situation? And also in the realm of Erev Shabbos, the delights and the pleasure of Shabbos, the food should be tasty and sweet and enjoyable. Therefore, many people have the custom, they actually taste the food before Shabbos. So they can see, does it need more salt, more pepper, a little bit more paprika? Does this particular dish need more sugar, some more honey? To make sure that the food tastes as enjoyable and as geschmack as possible on Friday night and on Shabbos day. A person is allowed to taste fleishigs, if you spit out that which is in your mouth immediately. Even during the 9 days in the month of Av, where we don't eat meat except for Shabbos itself, you're allowed to taste the food that is fleishig, that is meat, on Erev Shabbos, as long as you merely put it in your mouth and you spit it out immediately. And it's such, the halacha is such that if you tasted it in this way, where you just put it into your mouth and then you spit it out immediately, so you didn't chew on any piece of meat, you didn't swallow anything, if you only tasted it with your tongue and you spit it out right away, you'd even be allowed to eat milchigs, dairy products, immediately afterwards, as long as you rinsed out your mouth with some water, some liquid beforehand. So that's the way that a person can even taste the food, meaning the minhag, the custom of tasting the food on Erev Shabbos, is such a valuable thing to make sure that your food tastes really good Friday night and Shabbos day. Even during the 9 days of Av, where we don't eat meat, you'd be allowed to put it into your mouth, spit it out immediately, and even afterwards, rinse out your mouth and you can eat. You can have your pizza or your glass of coffee with milk. If someone did not eat on Erev Shabbos at all, he should taste something before Shabbos, so that he shouldn't enter Shabbos. He's starving, because when a person is starving, they sit down to the meal Friday night, they also don't enjoy it. They just eat ravenously, and they don't take their time, they don't taste anything, it's just going right down. And therefore says the KITZUR, a person should do their best to taste a little bit of something on Erev Shabbos to make sure that they don't come into Shabbos too hungry. Otherwise, that will also ruin the Oneg Shabbos. So if you come in too full, no Oneg Shabbos Friday night. If you come in too hungry, there's no Oneg Shabbos Friday night, and therefore you have to do things properly. Eat a little bit, at least on Erev Shabbos, so you can taste the food, and you come in satisfied a little bit, and therefore you have the te'ava, you have the desire, the zest to eat that night and enjoy the delicious Shabbos Seudah. All the best.